from the tides of the Pacific.
Greetings, true believers. Welcome to the very second episode of Dan Dashley Discusses. That's a weekly comic book review. I say weekly. I mean very dearly for it to be weekly, but I, like so many of you, am only human and missed last week in a most spectacular fashion. I'm also honestly kind of late for this week's, too. This is actually for an issue that came out last week, but I'm hoping to have this up before the new Wednesday comics drop, so that hopefully on Wednesday or Thursday or Friday of this current week, I can review something much more topical. But I'm hoping I reviewed something this week that hasn't really been getting as much exposure, because it's not from the big two. I'm talking, of course, about KaijuMax, which should be right in this Batman-related vicinity over here. KaijuMax is the sole product of Xander Cannon. Honestly, he has been around for a while, not the most prolific of comic book creators, but he's done a couple things that I've read. Most prominently, the thing that I remember him for the most is Evolution, right here, which I should have replaced KaijuMax with. It's a very good book. Xander Cannon, along with his brother, who's also on that book, but we're talking about Xander right now, so Neil, or Nick, or whatever, the second Cannon brother, you can, get leave. This isn't for you. Xander Cannon did this book solo, writing, arting, you know how he do. And this is a story of a kaiju prison. This takes place in some unspecified future, some unspecified Earth, most likely ours. Well, it is ours. They talk about Tokyo and Pyongyang and other various kaiju-related cities, but we're not sure what future this falls in. Humanity has gotten tired of kaiju bullshit. They have sentenced them to live on this very large, but they sentenced them to live on this island, and if you're a kaiju, you get captured, boom, you get sent to KaijuMax, a kaiju-related prison. We follow one particular kaiju, Electrogore, I'm hoping I'm saying his name right. I don't speak kaiju, so, call me a bigot, a racist. I don't speak the kaiju language. They should learn English, which luckily all of them have, because we can, understand what Electrogore is saying. He was captured while finding food for his children. Electricity turns it into food for them. Pretty basic kaiju physiology-related stuff. And this is basically our introduction to the prison through his eyes. He's very naive to the prison world type of kaiju, so we learn hard and fast some lessons of KaijuMax. And that's honestly very good writing on Xander's part. We, the audience, are thrown into a situation rather abruptly. Not too abruptly. It's not deep end of the pool, but it's, the 6-foot end. It's pretty deep. And Electrogore is our method of being able to relate to the various things that KaijuMax does. We're introduced to the gangs of KaijuMax, the rules, the guards, this, that, the other, all through Electrogore's sort of worldview, which is what we need, because I don't know about you, I can't relate to kaijus in a prison. I can't even relate to kaiju or to prisoners, so putting them both together isn't really going to fly. So it's great in that aspect of the writing, in that we can very easily accept the things that are going on, because we see Electrogore have to deal with them. That's one of the main positives of this book. The other main positive is that if you're a kaiju fan, there are countless little tiny references that you'll enjoy. Some kid getting called Azuki, like Godzuki. Stuff like that. And just the way that these kaiju interact is very human. It's very real, but you can tell always that they are different. These aren't humans. These are giant monsters that need to roam free, and we as humans, humans are the real monster. Humans in every kaiju movie, well, almost every kaiju movie, we're the real monster. It's not the giant kaiju, it's us. And Xander follows that same cookie cutter type deal, except, some of the kaijus are dicks too. I mean, let's be real here. This is prison. These are hard-ass kaiju. These aren't your Mambi-Pambi, Pacific Rim, Category 1 kaiju. These are the bad mamma jammas. These are the dudes who are toppling Tokyo for funsies. So, it's certainly a situation like that, where it's lots of little kaiju references for you. If you're a fan of kaiju series, or you wanted to get into something related to kaiju, I would certainly recommend this book for that. On the flip side, you know, somebody who's not into kaiju or doesn't want to be. First off, if you're not into kaiju or don't want to be, don't pick up KaijuMax. What are you dumb? Don't buy a book with kaiju on the cover and be like, oh, I don't like kaiju at all. It's obvious, but if you're, you know, somebody who doesn't have that extensive kaiju knowledge, you can feel like you're missing some of the references sometimes, and that can be kind of rough. Clearly, I'm a fan of kaiju movies, so I got every single reference. Yeah, fight me. I'm better at kaiju references than you, random internet viewer. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But if you aren't initiated into these things, you could feel like you're kind of missing out on some stuff. So the writing is not exactly the most stellar in the world. Plot fits. I'm interested to see where it goes, but it's not, you know, redefining anything as of right now. The characters are likable in their own ways. You know, we've got this goat cryptid who's really sad and he's fun. We've got the prison guards. They're all, basically, every single one of them is Ultraman. And so that's really interesting. And, you know, the guards have a nice dynamic with the prisoners. It's really realistic, I imagine. If you're in a prison and watching this and it's not realistic, let me know. But I think that it's how I imagine prison to be. For the art, Xander Cannon I was first introduced to him as an artist. He has this odd sort of, not odd I shouldn't say, but a very approachable sort of bubbly, fun art style and everything, including this book. Even though it touches on some dark themes, the art is bright and vibrant and happy, and things are kind of chubby, and people are, you know, little happy little dudes, and the kaiju were cute. I mean, honestly, but look at that goat, man. He's adorable. But at the same time, Xander isn't afraid to, you know, make things real as an artist. You're gonna have to touch on ultra-violence, because you're in a prison, and you're dealing with kaiju. Ultra-violence is gonna happen. Xander handles it in a really nice, all-ages sort of way. Like, we don't have any bloody shankings on the prison grounds. We've got kaiju launching, you know, lightning bolts and trying to tear each other's faces off with fangly claws. We've got Ultramen suplexing dudes. We've got a lot of different stuff. The art is good at that, and the colors, don't even get me started. Bright, vibrant, expressive. I can go on and on and on and on. I love the colors in this. I would give this book to any 8-year-old who wanted to read comics, any 5-year-old, any 6-year-old, I don't know why I went up on that last one. Any 5-year-old is sufficient. Old out there, he's been in love with Godzilla for 10, 20 years. He's gonna pick this book up and he's gonna love the ever-loving crap out of it. KaijuMax is a fun experience overall. I'm excited to see where it goes. I don't want it to run too long, because I think it'll be, you know, there's only so much you can do with the gangs in prison, the guards, and his kids. I don't want it to be, you know, a 90-plus issue series, but I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm hoping that it maintains this level of keeping me interested in the plot, and I hope that the art remains constant. I can't see Xander abandoning the way he does art, so I'm pretty excited on all those fronts. Here we've got 3-point system. Buy it if I think it's good and worth your money. Borrow it if, and skip it if it's trash. I give KaijuMax a buy it. Go out, purchase it, see for yourself. It's on shelves right now. Next issue should be out in a month, so if you like it, you know, you're probably going to keep buying it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all the things below me that people normally tell you to do. I'm new at this YouTube thing. I don't know first off, where it is. It should be down there still, but YouTube changes that. And I don't know whatever any other YouTuber tells you to do that for me. I've got Facebook, Twitter links. I've got the whole 9, baby. Leave a comment if you agree, disagree, you think KaijuMax isn't worth a buy, if you think it's worth a borrow, a skip. You know, these are just my opinions. Don't forget to leave a suggestion for what you want me to review next. I'm sure I'll get around to it eventually. I'm hoping to make this much more frequent. Sorry about last week, but we've got a lot of good stuff coming down the pipe, or the pike, or pipe, whichever you prefer, that I hope to get to. Until then, have a good one, true believers.